Hello everybody, Jet here, and welcome to a new Total War Three Kingdoms playthrough here in the Fates Divided, where we're going to be starting at the 200 CE start date. And as you can guess, I'm going to be playing somebody a bit different. I'm kind of trying to pick somebody completely away from all of the main characters. We're going to be playing as Liu Biao, the Gentleman of the Hand. So he's obviously a characters and politics style. We've already done Liu Biao, who was one of the recommended in this period, and he's a very interesting one. Obviously, we are starting with a nice, big, central region, and we've got a relatively decent start position, though we are in a couple of wars straight away. I'm actually going to play this one on records mode as well, because we did our last one on romance, and it's nice to have a little bit of variation.
Desperate times call for exceptional leaders. But there is a fine line between admirable strength and distasteful expedience. And a strong hand alone may not be enough to secure lasting victory. To fight for survival or advancement is only natural. Yet a wise man knows when to put their own ambitions aside to serve a greater cause. Once weaker rivals have fallen, and sides have been chosen, then comes the greatest test. The final battle, where only one will triumph. This is a time of great chaos, but also of great deeds. Throughout the land, new leaders raise their standards, while some who remember the glory days of the Han still seek a return to more stable times.
So obviously we're not one of the main characters, as we saw in the intro. We are off to the side at the moment. It's going to be interesting because we do have quite a chunk of territory to start with, though. So let's have a look at our start position.
Even as all has fallen to chaos, Liu Biao, you have established yourself as a peaceful but powerful leader. But China's wounds fester. Cao Cao and Yuan Shao battle for supremacy of the north. Your intervention would surely tip the balance for either. You remain neutral, for now at least. Liu Bei, your kin by distant blood, is also drawn into the conflict. We must hope he can endure that bitter feud. The brothers Swen Se and Swen Tran seek to avenge their father's death, for which your vassal is responsible. They aim to drive you from the south, which cannot be tolerated. You are a righteous and principled leader, Liu Biao. Strike only where you must, and secure the land of your ancestors.
So obviously we have a very interesting, we've got governance style, which is gained through unique building trade. So and a bespoke diplomacy deal called cooperation, which you saw I used in the other one. It's basically vassalage, which gives us governance. Governance is added to increase your domain. Overextending before you have sufficient governance will lead to diplomatic issues. And we get some unique imperial units. There you go. So, chaos grows. Liu Biao and threats abound. Sun Tzu and his vassals have raised arms against you. To complicate matters, there are also rebellions to the south. Huang Zhu is doing what he can to fight them on your behalf. To the north, Cao Cao fights with Yuan Shao, a temporary reprieve, as whoever emerges victorious will surely turn upon you. Likewise, the Nan Man are occupied with one another, and nearby Shizi eyes all surrounding lands with greed. You cannot overextend yourself. Deal with your immediate threats and consolidate, lest you be overwhelmed. There we go. So we start in a really goddamn nice area. Let's have a look at my military situation. So diplomacy, we're at war with Sun Tzu, but he's not actually on our border, which is an interesting. However, Liu Shu is we at war an enemy's vassal, so we can fight there as well. And we do have some of our own vassals, though we don't want to overextend too quickly, because obviously we want to push my my amount of domain up. Ooh, and we start in a better situation, a bit more built up than Liu Biao does, so that's quite good. Ooh, Ganning. The Pirate of the Bells. I thought he worked for somebody else. He could be my Grand Commandant. Where's the most money? Just basically doing all our admin now. These are just buffs for the characters. Interesting. There we go.
As they fight side by side.
So that's just getting everybody into various positions, and we'll go. Our income is actually quite good straight away as well. So obviously we've got a little setup down here. I'm going to need to go to an instant battle here. I'm happy to go straight into this. So I always fight my first battle. This is going to be quite a simple battle, and we can potentially expand here. The Battle of Kangle. Obviously we are in records mode, which is going to make everything a little bit different. 50-50 on records mode in Free Kingdom still. It is nice, because you don't have all the heroes rampaging around. And for factions like this, where you don't have any... How can I phrase it? It's really useful when you're playing as factions which don't actually have the ridiculously large amount of power as some of the others. You guys are actually going to go out there. You guys are going to move down through the woods here. And you guys are going to have fun in the center. Basically, we are going to surround them and smash them. Ooh, cool little looking village here. With oh, it's the edge of the map. I was like, what? This is a lovely map, actually. A nice big open plain. With gorgeous mountains. I do love the maps in this. You can see rice paddies down there. One thing I do miss, and I think you could do in some of the earlier games, is the ability to pick where you're fighting. Which I always think is a very nice option. Because if you can actually pick where you're fighting, certainly if you're defending anyway, you should get to choose. Engage, charge in here.
Nothing to be gained from this banter.
You guys can just keep advancing. But there we go. We're absolutely smashing them.
Swords at the ready. To attention.
Obviously no duels in this mode either.
To battle. Do not relent.
Here we go. This should go relatively quickly.
The enemy unit flees. What cowards!
Do as much damage as we can to him before he gets away. There we go. Nice, simple early victory. Again, the thing which is nice is you do end up with a lot more cavalry this way because obviously you've got your generals as well. Liu Chong, my son and heir there, who will eventually be replaced by Liu Bei. Historically anyway, if I can manage to do that in this, that would be awesome. If I could get Liu Bei in and then effectively make him my heir to cheat. Make him my heir, that way we would be cheating the actual way it works a bit, because... Ooh, I do not want him, however. Because Liu Bei, in real life, Liu Chong inherited and surrendered, well... is said to have surrendered to Cao Cao, and then Liu Bei took over.
Draw the many together as a whole.
Right, let's advance. Ooh, ew, 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 ew. Nope.
Retreat, so we may fight again.
They were a little more powerful there than I thought. Right, I want to get a blue in here. She likes everybody. That is perfect. Infantry of Jing. Ooh, they are just ever so slightly nicer. Having access to some stuff like that early on is actually really quite nice. Gonna leave him for now. Gonna keep building up there. So we're in an interesting position here. We've got some conflict to the south. I probably want to push up to the River Vev and try and consolidate. And obviously we've got some conflict over here, but nothing too bad. So over here, but again, we're not in too bad a position. It's working out where I want to actually send my forces. Oh, we have somebody. He is not particularly satisfied. However, the danger is we are really quite spread out, which does put us in a very interesting position. I'm going to start bringing Gangning down the river.
Sailing. Who calls? For harmony. One cannot burn brightly forever.
I want him to join up with Gangning. He can move up to Chibi. To Changsha there, GB, and yeah, we're going to keep the pressure on down here as much as we can. His satisfaction is low. Can I give him something to make him a little more satisfied? There we go. Giving them titles is always a good way, but it does obviously increase their salary. For now, General-in-Chief. Oh, God, no. Patrol Commander, there we go. That'll put him up. That'll just basically stop him running away anytime soon. I've got plenty of heroes, so I'm not massively fussed. I obviously want to start instantly increasing my Imperial favour as well, because I do not want to be declared an enemy of the Han. That would be bad, and I think we're really much done here. Especially as I've spent all my money. Obviously, we've got a good position to build from as well. We've got some food, some trade, certainly up here. I've got to look at the rest of my territory, but we want to start building my territory up early and getting more vassals as early as I can.
Upon declaring yourself emperor, a seat of power...
Okay, yep, I'm not planning on declaring myself emperor too soon, because that would be suicide. Though I do love the fact I start slightly higher up. And in fact, let us go to my diplomacy screen. That might be worth doing. Trade agreements, Liu Zhang. There we go. Liu Zhang, yes please.
What a fine opportunity.
All the trade agreements I can do, because they will, oh, I can get some things.
Agreeable
Oh,
terms.
I should have negotiated that a bit more. Never mind.
Glad to see you.
Request regular payments, because I can get a bit more. Oh, no, I can't. These are all good. These are all increasing my income really nicely, so yeah. Heh. Who are these guys' overlords? Anyway, that'll do for now. Let's have just a quick look. Diplomacy. So, you know, I've only got one vassal there. I am thinking a coalition with Liu Zhang may be useful, actually. So, certainly early game. So, let's have a look at that.
Well met, my friend.
I'm not quite willing to do that, but I may be willing to throw you some shinies. Oh, not quite. There we go, I can actually pull some stuff out. No, I'm not going to marry somebody that good off. I'm going to think about that. I think a coalition would be useful, especially Liu Zhang is also quite powerful, so... No, I think I'm going to do it.
You honor me with your visit.
Because I think having a vassal, having somebody on my side, even if it's not a guarantee of help, but it will increase our reputation. It creates a nice southern power base for us. And then a little bit of money should put this over. Come on. There we go.
Only a
And we now have a coalition, which is quite, between us, we are quite a powerful little block, and it will, he is my cousin, you know, he is my cousin, as is Liu Bei. I would like to bring Liu Bei in as well, actually, if I can. So he starts in an military alliance with Yuan Shao, so. Let's keep bringing Gang Ning down. I'm going to move him in with Huang Zhong. I'm going to go push this way to try and do some damage. And I don't really want to expand. It sounds daft. I mean, it's in a position where actually I'd quite like to just spend some time chilling and building up.
We camp here tonight. I am at one again.
So we'll move Yang Ning in there next turn, and then we'll tweak those armies a bit. Like I said, a couple of armies to deal with Sun Tzu is probably a good thing.
You will make staunch comrades.
Zhang Lu. I don't know where Zhang Lu is. It would be really useful if you showed me where he was. I am going to reject that. I am sorry. I'm in too big a war at the moment. I wish I could. But if I wasn't in this big war, and I hadn't just moved all my troops away from there, I probably would have helped him. But Especially as that's actually quite nice territory there, but...
Set sail.
So Gangning is the jingly pirate. The pirate with bells. I want a blue who likes them. Ooh, no, a blue who likes them.
When drawing a bow, hold the breath.
That'll do to start with. Obviously, we've got Sunset heading our way, so I want to be a bit careful about that. You are slowly increasing in size there. There we go. So, it's going to come to war soonish. Ah, they're falling back. As I said, I'm potentially going to go poke this way a little bit. I don't want to go nutty, because obviously, if I expand too far this way, I'm... Basically, north of the water isn't actually the best territory for me. Couple more of them. That'll do.
To the grand design.
I think I'm going to pull back here because I don't trust him. I think he's going to come around and try and come in through here. So I'll try and intercept him. He's got quite a heavy cavalry force. I might tweak my cavalry with myself to have a bit more cavalry there, but we'll see how it goes. Okay. Basically, I want to intercept him so I can advance without much opposition. Ooh, okay. That actually works well. I hadn't realised he was at war with them. Okay, we are going to bring Liu Biao across, and we are going to push against him there. Masters of the South. Shi Huang, the minister of Changgu, has died. He was a close ally of Shi Zi, whose influence in the south is immense. By sending your own candidate to replace him, you could improve your standing and reduce that of Shi Zi. Appoint an ally, usurped imperial power. Oof. Appoint an ally. I don't care. So we've confederated him, which pisses people off, but that has increased my territory. No. Oh, so this was an ally. What? So we've just nommed up that territory, which has lowered my stuff a bit, but that's fine. I assume I'll get lots more like this. I have gained another force here, which is good, so I could potentially look at advancing with them or defending with them. And we will have to make some considerations of where to go.
Towards victory. Prepare my chambers.
Do not force what cannot be done.
Want to push my income up, and that, guys, is where we're going to leave this one, because generally I only do 20 minutes ish for my first episode. Continuing episodes of this will be around 30 minutes, guys. I don't know why, I just find it works better at getting people to watch get into the series. If you have enjoyed this, please do like and subscribe. Obviously, if you want to see more, we'll be dropping some more of these next week, depending on how they do, how much I enjoyed the campaign, and how many people are watching. Will completely depend how far we go, but I'm definitely going to do a few episodes just to have a look at this start position, because it seems like a very interesting, different start. It's much more peaceful, he says, while he's got people at war right next to him. But it's a lot slower a start than some of the other ones. It's certainly in this time period, which makes it a bit more of a relaxing start. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and an extra special thank you to my channel members and my Patreons. Cheers all.